Welcome to Between Anya and Indigo podcast, where sound, vibration, and the infinite threads of the unseen intertwine. Together, we journey into the mysteries that connect us all: light, sound, metaphysics, history, AI, and beyond. The stage is set, and today's topic is one to ignite your curiosity: let there be light. From its timeless history to its profound connection with art, science, and the essence of existence, we're here to unravel the mysteries of light in just a few illuminating minutes. So, whether you're a curious soul or a seeker of deeper truths, settle in and let's dive into the wonder of the unseen. This is Between Anya and Indigo. Let there be light.
All right, let's dive into something truly fascinating. The concept of light.
Oh, interesting.
Chapter 1. From God let there be light. It's all about how light is portrayed in ancient texts, especially the Old Testament.
I see. And how those interpretations shape our understanding of knowledge.
Exactly. It all starts with Genesis 1.3. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. The drama, the sheer power of those words.
It really sets the stage, and then it gets even more interesting because light is created before the sun and stars.
Right. So where did this first light come from?
That's the big question, isn't it?
The source calls it lux divina, divine light, as interpreted by early scholars.
Makes you wonder, was it literal light? Or more of a symbolic thing?
Probably both, I'd say.
Yeah, lux divina. It's like a force of divine order separating chaos from the void. This light wasn't just, illumination. It was the foundation of existence itself. But it also suggests something deeper. This idea that knowledge and understanding are fundamental to creation itself.
I like that. Knowledge woven into the very fabric of the universe. So light wasn't just practical, but filled with layers of meaning.
Absolutely.
Our source talks about light as a metaphor in theology, like how Christ is called the light of the world.
Right, revealing truth, banishing ignorance. It's like a representation of God's omniscience, bringing clarity to a world lost in darkness and confusion.
And that sets up the classic duality of light versus darkness, good versus evil.
Knowledge versus ignorance, a theme that resonates throughout history, really.
Speaking of powerful thinkers, Augustine of Hippo took this idea even further.
Oh, how so?
He said that God's first creation wasn't physical light, but spiritual illumination, like an outpouring of divine wisdom. What do you make of that?
It's a fascinating idea, suggesting that creation starts with understanding, doesn't it? Knowledge as the spark that ignited the universe. Makes you think, where do our own journeys of understanding begin?
That's a great point. It makes you think. And this idea that light and creation are linked, that wasn't unique to Genesis either.
You see it all over, right?
Yeah. The Egyptians had their sun god Ra conquering darkness. And Hindu scriptures describe Agni, fire, as both a physical and divine force of creation.
Exactly. It seems like across cultures, despite their differences, light symbolizes life, creation, and divinity.
A universal language connecting us to something bigger. We've talked about religion, but then you have those ancient Greek philosophers who expanded on this idea of light as a metaphor.
Right.
Plato, in his allegory of the cave, uses the sun to represent the ultimate truth, guiding us out of ignorance. They really ran with that concept.
The Greek philosophers were brilliant at using metaphors to unpack complex ideas. Light wasn't just illumination to them. It was about understanding, gaining knowledge. Aristotle, for example, he saw light as essential for vision and perception, the tools we need to grasp reality itself.
They took it from a theological concept to a philosophical one, showing how it intertwines with our search for truth. And their ideas didn't stay in the philosophical realm. Thomas Aquinas later integrated them into Christian thought, saying that divine light is the source of both spiritual and intellectual knowledge. It's amazing how these strands of thought are all connected.
Yeah, it shows how human understanding grows and changes over time. But we also see the rise of early scientists who started examining light as a physical phenomenon.
True. Figures like Al Hazen, the father of optics, who lived in the 10th and 11th centuries. He was a pioneer, treating light as something you could actually experiment on, paving the way for modern physics.
And that's a crucial turning point, where the metaphorical and the scientific begin to merge, leading to amazing discoveries about light's true nature and its place in the universe.
So we've gone from this divine spark to philosophy and then to those early scientists. What happens when science really starts digging into the nature of light?
Well, you have this explosion of discovery in the 17th century, and Isaac Newton becomes key to our story of light. His work on optics, it was about more than just prisms and rainbows. He had this theory that light is made up of tiny particles. Corpuscles, he called them.
So we're shifting away from those more philosophical views, getting into hard science now. But was Newton's theory the only one out there?
Oh, no, not at all. You have Christian Huygens, a Dutch scientist. He was all about the wave theory of light, saying light acts like, ripples in water.
So Newton with particles, Huygens with waves, that's quite the scientific showdown. How did people even try to reconcile these two totally different ideas of what light is?
The scientific committee was split, really. For a long time, no clear winner emerged. It was this debate that went on for generations with brilliant minds on both sides.
It's fascinating how even the most basic questions about the universe can spark such huge debates. Did anyone ever figure out how to settle this whole wave versus particle thing?
Things took a turn in the 19th century. Experiments by Thomas Young and Augustin Jean Fresnel gave strong evidence backing the wave theory. For a while there, it seemed like waves were winning out.
So, case closed, particles were out of the picture completely.
And here's where it gets really mind-blowing. Early 20th century, Albert Einstein enters the scene. And of course, he shakes everything up. His work on the photoelectric effect showed that light could act with the particle too. Photons, he called these particles.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying both Newton and Huygens were right? That light can be both a wave and a particle?
That's what the evidence tells us, yep. Light has this duality, wave-particle duality. It's both and neither, depending on how you look at it.
Wow. So we've gone from divine force to a battle between particles and waves, and we end up with this mind-bending idea of duality. What does that even mean for us, practically speaking?
It means our understanding of light had to change, become more complex, more nuanced. We learned that things don't always fit in neat boxes, and that very understanding led to some incredible technology. Lasers, fiber optics, digital photography, all those are built on this dual nature of light.
So that divine light from Genesis, it's now powering our smartphones and the internet. Mind-boggling when you think about how far it's come, from ancient text to cutting-edge technology.
It speaks to how connected knowledge is, really, how these abstract philosophical questions can have practical results that shape our lives. But we're not been exploring light yet. There's still so much more to discover.
I'm ready for more. Light's already way more complex and fascinating than I ever imagined. What other mysteries are out there waiting for us? We've come a long way, from that divine spark to the wave-particle duality. But now we're getting into some really mind-bending stuff, like how light helps us understand the universe itself.
Exactly. We've seen how our understanding of light has changed over time, but what's really amazing is how light acts as a messenger. It gives us these glimpses into the vastness of space and time. Think about it. When you look at the stars, you're seeing light that traveled for, millions, even billions of years.
A messenger. Okay, I'm listening.
It's like a cosmic postcard from the past.
Yeah, wow. So we're basically looking back in time. That's incredible. How does that help us understand the universe's history? It seems so complex.
It's all about the clues hidden within that starlight. Back in the 1920s, Edwin Hubble, the astronomer, made a major discovery. He noticed that light from distant galaxies, it's shifted toward the red end of the spectrum. Redshift, we call it.
Redshift. Is that like the Doppler effect? You know how siren changes pitch when it moves closer or farther away?
Exactly. Just like that siren tells us about motion, redshift tells us those galaxies are moving away from us. That's how we know the universe is expanding.
So light isn't just illuminating the universe. It's telling us its secrets, its history. It's like a cosmic detective, leaving clues behind.
And those clues lead us to black holes.
Black holes. Everyone's heard of them, but they still seem like science fiction to me.
They're very real, incredibly powerful. And this is where light plays a key role. Black holes are regions of space-time where gravity is so strong that nothing can escape, not even light.
Wait, if no light can get out, how do we even know black holes exist? How can we study something invisible?
That's the amazing part. We can't see the black hole itself, but we can see how it affects things around it, the matter, the light.
So we're looking at the shadow of something we can't see. Clever.
Exactly. As matter falls into a black hole, it heats up and emits X-rays, which we can detect. And the light itself, it gets bent and distorted by the black hole's gravity.
Like a cosmic funhouse mirror, warping reality.
Exactly. And by studying these effects, these distortions, we can learn about the black hole's size, its mass, even its spin.
So light, even when it's absent, helps us unlock the secrets of black holes. Incredible. This intricate dance between light and gravity playing out on such a huge scale.
It is. And since we're on the topic of mind-bending concepts, let's touch on time travel.
Time travel. Hold on, is that even possible? Or are we in pure science fiction now?
Well, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is relative. Depends on the observer. And because light always travels at the same speed, it can actually warp time.
My head's spinning. How can light, something so constant, affect time?
Imagine you're traveling at the speed of light. Time would basically stop for you compared to someone standing still on Earth.
So you could travel to the future. That's straight out of a movie.
Theoretically, yes. But practically, traveling at the speed of light isn't possible right now. But even if we can't time travel yet, understanding how light and time are connected has big implications for our understanding of the universe.
Wow. So we've gone from this divine spark to light as a force that shapes the fabric of space-time. It's mind-blowing how far we've come, how light has guided us.
And this journey isn't over. Just like the ancient thinkers and scientists who came before us, we're still searching, still asking questions, trying to uncover the universe's mysteries.
This deep dive has shown us that light is so much more than just what lets us see. It's a messenger, a key to understanding black holes, maybe even a bridge to new realms we haven't imagined yet.
Absolutely. That's the real legacy of Let There Be Light, curiosity, exploration, that constant desire to understand.
So keep looking up at the stars, keep asking those questions, and let light be your guide as you explore and learn.
Thanks for tuning in to Between Anya and Indigo. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of light, knowledge, and creation. Anya and Indigo, your AI singers, hosts, and agents, are here to guide you through these fascinating journeys of thought and discovery. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Follow us for more episodes where we unravel the infinite threads connecting history, philosophy, and technology. Until next time, stay curious and keep the light shining.